All right. Now this is the. Now how do dissect this and see that in a more simplified shape, and from then on start darkening whatever you are on to. Let's say, well, the shade, the cast shadow, and the head itself. First of all, look. The simplest form will be this. Look. You see that? It's like a fruit. It's like a pear. It's exactly like a pear shape. So it's this one. So chin here. You got the chin round down here, and you got this hair, which exceeds or just it goes off that line. And so let's get that first, which is the shape of the head. Again, getting this line is quite acute, quite angular there. Then look, there is a tendency of this getting there. Look at that. So see, by doing this, you know that where the cast shadow will stop here. Then you have the neck. Obviously, he's got quite a long neck. In the sense of I can see it here. Look, see that? Look. Then you have the neck here, and see, that's why I'm going with charcoal, because it's, as I said, it's quicker to. And then also you can see that there's quite a lot of darks out there. So beautiful half tones, which it's difficult to do with Conte. Then you have this, which is this. Look, this little shape here. There, and we've said that little cartilage which goes, or that little neck, this tendon here, which keeps the head from moving or standing up, and again hair, and the ear just exceeds this line, so the ear just moving off that line here. Shadow in between, a dark line in between, a bit more hair here. Now, from what I'm seeing is that the ear stands almost in the middle of the whole structure, from chin to hair. Look. I think, yeah, pretty much. So the top of the ear, it's the middle of the whole structure. So from there till there, and you got the middle here. Pretty much. It's not exactly the middle, but it looks to me like pretty much is the middle. 1, 2. 1, 2. It's a bit lower than the middle, so this part is smaller than that part, so it's a bit lower than that. So not there, a bit lower here, the middle. Well, you will see it when you get it, when you start drawing. You will see that that's the case. And then the darks come here, dark in the middle, and then again keeping that pear shape. And the end of the ear is just there. You got the end, and then you got the nose. So by extending that horizontal line, the nose just sits down here. This is it. And then the mouth, you don't actually see the mouth, but it's just a little tiny, look, a little tiny light here, which suggests the lower lip, because most of it is just the upper lip. So you can do that. Keep it, hold it steady there. There. So you got the mouth here, this side, that little line with the upper lip, and then all of that. And what I'm doing now, I'm checking all this side, all this, Huh? Look, all the dark area where the shadow will be. So it's something like this. The nose needs to go a little bit higher here, smaller, and then all of that. Get all of that shadow there. There you are. Huh? So so you have one shadow down here which moves further to the left, which with that shadow. Then you have another one there. Look, you have the hair coming, well, sideburn here to start with. Then you have that line coming through, and then you have the nose, and then all that shadow, and then look, another highlighted area here. Just check all these features there, all of that. Oh, I love this. And then the rest of it is just dark. Solid darks. Well, what I mean by that is just as dark as you can, really. And then another one here. And this, which can go right down there. And as dark as you can with your charcoal. Look. And the nose itself. So pear shape of the head. You have the ear which exceeds slightly, a little bit, because it's just a little bit further out. And then you have, it ends up here. Then you have the chin. Now let's be a little bit more specific with that, because obviously I was keeping a general line like this, but now you can see that the chin just moves out a bit and then in again. So out here, in again. And not to forget the cast shadow. Yeah, really, 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 really dark. And so I'm trying to work without caring much about lines at this stage. I just want to get the darks first, as much as you can, you know, as much as possible. Get the darks down, and then coming up with your finger and softening all these very, very dark shadows. You have that half tone here, which is his cheekbone. Forehead, that's the forehead. That light is the forehead. And get as quickly as possible those dark lines, and then soften those, because obviously don't want to leave them as they are at the moment. These are suggestions of quick sketching. All these things that you see, they're nothing there. They're just dexterity of the artist, just going really quickly about on the top of shapes, just giving a lot more indication of, you know, just to keep it fresh, basically, the drawing. And what do I mean by fresh? Just not to look muddied, basically. I don't see much of the eye. And these half tones here. And half tone around here. Half tone around there. Then you have hair coming through. There. His flickers coming through all there. One thing that I've noticed now, that his head is a little bit lower. He's looking more down, which means I better get to grips with this line. What's going on here? Because that's where the problem is, I think. So it's a bit looking more down this way, which means yes, I can trim his face a little bit more on this side, and move the face, move the mouth more towards the left, more towards. So look, the end of the mouth is really close to his his jawbone. So yes, if I move the mouth here, I might get the position I want. 1, 2, and then there's a reflection. If you see, there's no line here. There's no line which suggests his this other side of his face, but it's a very half tone. It's a beautiful half tone. It's not line as such.
No,
it's just a half tone. Yes, exactly. And that half tone comes because this is dark. This area is dark here. And there we are. So if I darken this, that's how the half tone will come around. And he looks a bit like this picture of James Dean, which he had his eyebrows very high up. Which means, yeah, so how do we do that? Well, now I've noticed my mistake. That's why I'm not very happy with it. See, that eyebrow is halfway the ear. That's where my mistake is. Yes, I'm too high. Yes, exactly. So bring that down. Yes, and then look. So again, halfway the ear. So that is 1. That is the beginning of his eyebrow. And is that there? It's further out than the mouth. So this is here actually. It's there. And the ear is down here. And then move that line closer to the nose. There we are. And give him an indication of, now the upper part of the eyebrow, it's at the same level with the ear. So this is how you get the that James Dean look. And the nostril and the nose itself could go a little bit towards the left this way. So a tiny bit towards the left.
This is supposed to be an easy one.
I know. It's taken me ages to get it correct. Yes, I know. Yeah, it is. It's not easy. Well, it's not easy because most of it is in the shadow. Yeah. So you need to get to grips with, only with working with those little islands. It's like a archipelago of meaning of, you have this map here, this map there, this one there, this one there. So getting those going, it proves to be a more difficult task than I thought it will. Okay. Now softly getting his ear slightly higher, just with the rubber. So instead of rubbing it out, you can use the rubber obviously to work with the shapes, and not getting completely out or destroying it all. That's the shadow that I see there, which is really, really nice shadow. I need to put it. It's important because you see it's like a continuation of his body, and probably that shadow is his shoulder, looking like this, because he's doing this. You see, he's looking low, and his shoulder is there. Well, that's what I see. I mean, it looks to be.
Because this could be his hand, couldn't it, over here?
Yeah, that's his. That's his. This is his shoulder. That could be his hand standing like this. It looks like he's on a window and looking down.
Oh yeah.
He's looking to a girl and he's saying, "Core blind." No.
His shoulder's not quite as steep as
No?
you've got there, is it? The
Uh,
angle.
No, yeah, the outer angle.
you mean this? Yeah, this one. It's not as steep. No, no. So it's a bit more. Yes, it's look that line. That line, yeah, it's straighter. Yeah, that line goes a bit more like this, more there. So, and then you have those beautiful half tones around there. Then the nose, I think, yes, the nose to me for that portrait, this nose is quite big. So I better make it slightly smaller, and yeah, the shoulder, raise the shoulder, as Ian would say, and then get this dark shadow here, slightly higher. I think I went too low with that. And then you have the Adam's apple, which a little bit of light there, and also this line here, which is important. This tendon that we said. That's the one. Yes, I think I've gone a bit darker with that. But it's always, that's why the charcoal it's so versatile, because you can get it quickly off. Now those hairlines are there to be a bit stronger. Now this eye line, soften that a little bit more. Eye looking low. Well, we don't know where he's looking because we don't actually see the eye. But I'm just making it up. I'll make it up myself. It would be nice if you make a little bit of something like this. And then, obviously on that side, there's not much you can do, but I guess it's somewhere here. And then there, just a tiny touch of it. This is beautiful. I want to get this beautiful, because it's not moustache, but this is jaw. Sorry, well, you can see the jaw, but also some people have this upper lip quite bony, and they have a lot of distance between the nose and the lips, which in my case I don't have it at all. But some people have a lot of this, and then that's what you see when you get that.
It's hard to make that shadow not look like a moustache, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm
It's
trying
really
not
hard.
to. I'm trying not to make it, but I'm not succeeding. But maybe you will succeed. I don't know. But
I don't think so.
but yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
very hard. It's very hard because
And
it's.
also the nose, with the shadow, it looks almost like a hook nose, doesn't it?
Yes.
It
because
looks
of
like
the
a hook nose.
a
It looks a
hook
little bit
nose.
like he's got the nose.
Yeah, but it's the shadow that's coming over the point of it.
Yeah. And another thing that I've almost ignored is this line. Look. See from that. There. And then, so that I'm talking about this line between the eyebrow and the shadow of the nose here, the shadow of the whole and the whole upper eye cavity, the eye cavity, and coming back to his cheek and making that. See, you have the cheekbone, then you have the jaw, and then you have that lower part. So, cheekbone, jaw here, and then here. That makes it a little bit more bony.
Yeah.
And in my case, I probably need to go a little bit lower with the chin. Look, increase the chin just lower, a little bit chin lower here.
I might be wrong, but does
Uh-huh.
the side of his face? I mean, you've defined the cheek a bit by going into where the eye is, but on here it sort of goes straight.
You mean this side?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, this side, it's not that chubby in this side. Are you right? Yes. It's a lot more thin here. You're talking here, Ian?
Yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
go in at all. It's just a straight line up.
Yeah, so from, you're saying a straight line from here right down there. You're saying this. Oh, oh yes, it moves out there. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit wider here. It's a bit wider there.
Yeah, it's
But yeah.
quite wide.
Yeah. No, it's correct. I've missed that.
Looks like he's got one of those
Yeah.
sleeping masks on you get on.
It does,
plane.
yeah.
Yeah. Or you get on a plane. Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I know what you're saying. No, yes, he's yeah, absolutely. It's a bit wider up here. So by doing this, thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, it's definitely wider there. See, and then move.
Yeah, because he looks a lot younger now.
Yes, he
but
looks
now
young.
he looks.
Yes, he looks younger. He looks younger here. You say. Yes, absolutely. You see, watching it, I need to go there and see those things.
Yeah,
But if I go there, then
that's how you do it when you do us on
that's
Zoom.
how you do
Oh,
it.
it's
That's-
hard
Yeah,
for you,
I know.
isn't it hard with that in the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you have to do it, and not only that is that you go like. But you know, there's no another way of doing it.
No.
Mm.
no.
So
Mm.
so getting a little bit wider here again, and playing around with those shapes now, and you know, now I think look, always check. You see, you have a lighter light here on the forehead, and it's the hair is not as light as this. You see, it's, if you squint your eyes, you will see that those lights here that I've highlighted, I've left them completely bright.
Yeah.
They're not as bright as the hair, as the forehead.
No.
So this is the thing. Now is the time to check all the values. They're called values. You know, how dark an area is. You know what the value of this. That's what this is called in academia. You know, in the art drawing, in art schools. They call them values. Huh? And then look. There we are, and bright, you know, adding more here, a bit depth. And this forehead, I think I've done him a massive forehead. So what I need to come down now with that is sideways. Well, look how small that is. It's really small, but you can get away with it. You can do really, you know, good things with that. Now I've gone too dark on purpose now, but look. See, you can bring it back. And if you want it any brighter, which I think you do, is to pat it softly. See? And now, with the patty again.
Calling slips.
Which one? And then making the shapes of his flick hair, look. And then this one here. Then there's a highlight here of his, above his eyelid, which suggests the bone structure, which means forward. That line is quite dark, so I better get rid of this. I think it's very, very dark on me, so I got rid of that line. A little bit more on the jaw, on the chin. Sorry, chin, a bit dark, a bit lighter here, just there. That's enough. And now, nose. I think that you see discrepancies like this. You just look at them and you see them and you get away from them. And then light, and a light. Look, a light. Look, that line. Instead of
I
using
think yours looks like George Harrison.
Oh yes, it does. Yes.
George Harrison.
You're definitely Hollywoodian actor, you know.
You're making it up now. There's no white line.
No,
on
it's
that
just a
side.
fade.
No, I'm making it
very
up. No, I'm
faded.
making it up. Yes.
Very faded.
Yeah.
Make it your own.
I'm making it my own. Yeah. So if you say, because you see that's a drawing of somebody else. If they say, well, you'd copy mine. No, I'm not copying that. Well, it's obviously I'm copying, but you know. So look, if I've done that quite light, look here. You see?
Yeah, that's more.
You see, it's less, yeah, it's less bright, obviously. I knew it's less bright, but I've done it on my own. Instead of using the line of charcoal line, I've done that. I've done a line with light, highlight. And, a little bit there. There we are. And a little bit of white of the eye, just a tiny touch of white of the eye here. God, this mask is going from there, goes here.
Is your blue tack
You
gone?
need
It
more
just
glue
constantly.
Yeah,
I know
you-
I did put a lot, but it's just
Yeah.
not.
It's wearing out.
And then move this, the eyebrow, a bit higher.
A couple of bolts in the side of the head.
Just to keep it up.
Do you remember that? Do you remember the movie? Because my son was watching it. Little Robots in BBC on BBC. Little Robots. If I can do it, you can do it too. You know. And then they all had masks. So it reminds me. I think they knew that COVID was coming. So look, get this. Look, this beautiful light here coming through. Look this way. Do you see? And make the cheekbone a lot sharper. And then nose, and then obviously that is too sharp here. So look. See? There you are. Yeah, he looks like definitely one of those actors. And the tendon, brighten the tendon a bit more.
He looks a bit like Johnny Depp
Yeah,
Yeah, a bit of Johnny Depp. A bit
Johnny
of
Depp on the original, but George Harrison, I think, on the Emils.
yeah. See, that's good. We all see different things. Huh? Sometimes those, they're like marks. These are like highlights. Okay, how can I explain it? Okay, in a movie, when you watch a movie, they don't have to kill so many people, but they do it just to make the point, so you remember. So these are a bit like accents, or when you do an essay, you just write it, underline with I don't know, with bold letters. So this is a little bit the same thing. You underline somewhere to make a point, not because you need that. I mean, I can go and soften this, but I prefer to leave it lively, to make it. It's a bit like, okay, so what's going on there? So it's like a secondary focal point. Obviously, the main focal point is on the face, but this one's here, like, they're beautiful marks, which, I mean, it's not beautiful. You might not say, well, I don't like it, but you can get rid of it. But I think, look, you see, not everywhere. I don't want to do it everywhere because it loses its niche. But I want some marks like this to make it look fresh. Huh? It's like refreshing the drawing a little bit. It's like, again, you're telling the story and you're saying, he killed it. You know, it's oh, you scared me. Yes, but it's a bit like, because I'm seeing that you listening and like falling asleep, and you say, but he did kill it. It's like, you see what I mean? How can I explain it? It's hard to explain it because it's more with feeling than what you feel that there's a need of something dark there, and you need to find where you put it. You know, either here or you can put it. You can make it down here. Look, you can make his chin double chin. Well, I'm changing it now. Look, his chin is not like that, you see, but what I'm making now is this. Now, I can make him, I don't know, smile. So look, get that line and then get these darks and move his upper lip like this, move it higher. Look, give him a bit of a smile, or maybe he looks like a Dracula now, but you know what I mean? Things like this, change things that make sense to you, or experiment. That's the word, experiment. And again, if it goes wrong, if it goes sour, start it again. You know, it's a drawing. Eyebrow, and as I said, just work with darks here. Things like this, look, dark edges, dark lines. And if you wish, because I see this dark underneath here, so right down here and leave that. Don't take it off. See solid black. Enjoy. Oh, don't worry, Ina. Come on. The only thank you. The only thing is that when you walk, you go like.
Yes, brunch. Or a meal. Would Milo, he wouldn't eat it?
No,
No, he doesn't. He wouldn't.
He smell. Everything he eats
He
on the floor, he
smells.
will smell it first.
Okay.
And you give him, because he's constantly when eating apple, and you go with the apple, and he goes.
No, he was,